Hello, we're back and today we're going to be making sourdough scones. I'm going to make two different types. I'm making a blueberry lemon and a chocolate chip. The chocolate chip seems to be a favorite, but I haven't done a blueberry lemon in a while. I'm doing a little shout out. Hi, Rihanna. All right, I'm going to point you down and we're going to get started. It is sourdough, so it's going to sit in the fridge overnight, but you also don't have to do that. You could just cook it right away, but I'm going to let it sit overnight. So here we go. So we're going to start off with 300 grams of flour. I'm just using plain all-purpose white flour. I have a scale that you can't see. So we're going to do 300 grams of flour. Got it at 300, and because I am doing two different kinds, I'm going to use two different bowls. 300 on the dot. So we're just going to clear that scale. Next is, really? Oh yeah, totally. 100 grams of butter. I was like, that's weird that it's going in with the dry, but I remember that scone life. You put in some cold butter to mooch around with your fingers. So I am using salted butter. You could use salted, you could use unsalted, and we're gonna do 100 grams. I'm gonna just cut it up and put it on in there. Oh boy, it might take some time. The hardest part about doing this is not listening to music. Cut some of the package up. Oopsie daisies. We're almost at 100. Oh, would have been if that didn't go just directly on the floor. 100 grams. We'll do 100 grams for this guy too. Oopsie daisies. 102. That's okay. Not enough to get back in there and take it out. Next, we're just gonna take these guys and you're going to make sure the butter is covered with flour. So I'm just kind of squishing it, getting it all in there and making sure the butter breaks apart a bit more than what I did because I didn't really cut it that small. It was pretty big pieces. What's going on? And I said, hey, hey. It's finally nice outside. It's been a long time coming, but it's great. It's so nice to get outside and just walk and feel sunshine and happiness. It's funny because sometimes I watch other people's YouTube videos and stuff and it's like, they got that sunshine all year round. It's so nice. It's just funny to think about different places in the world. Maybe it's not funny to other people. Funny is not the right word either. You know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Make sure there's no major big clumps in there, which I keep feeling. Yeah, I think we're about good. Cool. So now I'm just gonna go rinse off these phalanges. I'll be back. All right, we're gonna do 8 grams of, zero at that scale, 8 grams of baking powder. That didn't work. Why is it saying 5 grams? Go to 0. Now it's at 1. Oh. Let's try that for third time's a charm. 8 grams of baking powder. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, this is baking powder. Just some selection baking powder. 8. Sweet. Again. Never miss a beat. Seal protected. Not anymore. Sure there was a better way to take that off. Woo! That was coming in hot. A solid dude. Now we're doing 2 grams of salt. Sel de mer. Sel de mer. Just a measly little 2 grams. That was 3. I guess because I used salted butter too. Well, you could use salted or unsalted, so whatever. It's all good. Now we need 50 grams of brown sugar. Woo! Hello. That's 64. That's 56. We got 50 grams of brown sugar, and that's just Red Path dark brown sugar. And then we're going to do 50 grams of white sugar, and maybe I'll go a little slower this time because that's going to be hard to take that out. 101. That's okay. Switch. Ooh la la la. Do you ever have when you're pouring like sugar or something sweet and you could actually like taste it in the air? It's so weird. Even with like powders for, oh, come on. Why I oughta. For like a drink. What am I thinking? Like electrolyte powder drink. You throw it in there and it gets in the air and you're like, I can taste it. So we got some brown sugar, some white sugar, and I guess this one's gonna be our chocolate chip one, and it's just a semi-sweet President's Choice chocolate chip. And we're gonna do 150 grams of chocolate chips. And then for this guy, like would I do 150 grams of blueberries? So I'm putting in lemon zest. I just zested a whole lemon. We're gonna see how this goes because I've not, there's recipes for lemon blueberry, but this isn't one. I'm just using some selection blueberries. They are frozen. You can use fresh. 150 seems like a lot, but they are heavier. I'm doing 150. I love it. To me, fresh blueberries just like seem like a nice idea, but frozen blueberries don't get like smushy whooshy. Like if I was doing this right now with my hands, I'd be smushing the blueberries, I'm sure. What else do I like about a frozen blueberry? I personally like that when it starts to get warmer, it makes like a very purpley blue streak color through it. Other people, not so much, because I've used frozen blueberries and other stuff and they're like, oh, it just looks moldy. It doesn't look moldy, it looks beautiful, is my personal preference. But fresh blueberries are always a good thing. Use whatever you got. We have our dry stuff all done, and we're gonna set that aside. Oh, now on to the wet stuff. So I got 2 bowls. We're gonna do an egg in each. 150 grams of sourdough starter. I should get another spatula. So I fed my sourdough starter this morning at 5:30 in the morning, and she exploded and made a big old mess that I'm gonna have fun cleaning up later. Yeah, so normally I wouldn't be making my scones right now because I think it's only 3:30. I would have liked to have made them later, but the house is finally warm because we have some summer-ish weather, and that means when it's warm, this is gonna rise faster, and it sure did rise a lot faster than if it was cooler. So that's why I'm doing it early. Oh boy, do I even have enough? Whoosh! Get in there. 162. My goal would have been to have done this later at nighttime, but that's okay because I'm putting it in the fridge anyway. I don't think I have enough. And this is my only starter, so I gotta keep some in here. Saved by the bell. We do have enough. This is like all you need to start it again, so we're good. We're gonna switch bowls after this because it is a catastrophe. So now we're gonna do 50 grams of whipping cream. And where did I put that whipping cream? There it is. I am using whipping cream, 35%. And if you don't do dairy, you just get dairy-free whipping cream, which is what I did before. So pour our 50 G's in, and then you're gonna use this again for brushing on top of the scones before you cook it. And then you're doing 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then you're done with your scale. And I don't have a teaspoon measurer, so we're just gonna figure that out on our own. We'll say that's a teaspoon. And I'm using artificial vanilla. I prefer to use the real stuff, but I just don't have any right now. That was a big teaspoon, Katie. Did I say tablespoon before? Because it's supposed to be a teaspoon. I think the spatula's fine. I just thought if there's lemon zest on it and it goes in the chocolate chip one, that's silly. So I'll make sure to stir the chocolate chip one together first. So I'm gonna throw this in the chocolate de la chip right now. So my other thought is, because I have the lemon here, woo, hello, I'm gonna squish some lemon juice into it, which I should have probably thought about, because of when you do liquids and stuff, you should do less liquid of the other, because I'm putting more liquid of this in. Oh yeah, let's get some of that pulp in there too. Why not? Seems like such a good thing. Should I do a whole lemon? Is that crazy? Nah, that's not crazy. Let's do a whole lemon. So I guess if it's not the right consistency, maybe throw more flour in. Do I know what I'm talking about? It never seems like it. Most of the time stuff turns out though. Wow! All down the dress. And I still gotta go out one more time today. I gotta be semi-presentable in public. Do I though? Not really. Look at, you could already see the purple coming through. It's so pretty. In my personal opinion, I think it's beautiful. So you don't want to overmix, as usual with baking. I think, you know what? I'm not mad about this consistency because it's having a hard time soaking up. Anyway, am I forgetting an ingredient? This is real questionable for how dry it seems. I might be forgetting an ingredient. We'll see in a minute how this comes together. But I'm not, because then butter would be another wet-ish ingredient. Okay, I think we're good. So we hope. Oh, that is some chili dough. Get off my hands. I think that's so pretty. It doesn't remind me of mold. It reminds me of beautiful. I love purple though. And I love green. I got my 2 favorite colors right in front of me. We're gonna leave that. I'm gonna go rinse off these fingers again. Get rid of a little bit of the mess on the way. I think it's so pretty. I guess it depends too if you were to do the lemon one, how lemony you like your stuff, because you could just either do the zest or you could just do the juice and skip one or the other. and then it wouldn't be as lemony. I'm actually just gonna kind of fold it in on itself just so I get some different dough covered in flour there. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Get off my hands, man. So next up, I'm going to get some saran wrap. Nothing special, just some wrapping. Plastic wrap, whatever the kids call it. I'm gonna take the dough and I'm gonna make a circle, a flat circle, just like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, just nice and rough. And then we're gonna make sure it's all covered. It was recommended not to cover it, but that's only if you're not leaving it overnight, as far as I know. Because then it can, or maybe it was for the whole time. I think it was like if you leave it overnight, they said not to cover it because then it gets wet, I guess. I'm gonna cover mine. I'll let you know how that goes in the morning, and maybe I should have just followed instruction. Or maybe that's when like you leave it in the bowl and then you cover it up top and then there's room in between for like condensation or whatever. I don't really know. So I totally tried a piece of the dough raw. Not recommended. Don't do that because there's like raw egg and everything. Look how pretty it is. Maybe this is just me that it makes so happy. I don't know, purple. I don't know if you can see that, but and there's chunks of lemon. Oh, I cannot wait. I don't know. I think I just really like tie-dye. So it's just giving me tie-dye vibes. Focus. Okay. What? Oh, I tried a piece of this one raw. I just wanted to see what the lemon was like and give you my feedback. And it was real lemony, like real lemony, but after it ferments overnight and is cooked, it might be a bit of a different story. And maybe it'll be the perfect amount of lemon. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. What's next? I'm gonna put this in the fridge and I'm gonna leave it overnight and cook them in the morning. If you want to cook them right away, then what you would do is you put them in the fridge for a half an hour because you want it to be cooler. Like this is pretty, not runny, because it's not runny, but it's not like solid. You want it to be solid when you cook it, I guess. So if you're putting it in the oven today, I guess just watch the rest of my video, but don't leave it overnight. And it is, oh, I can see this far. It's 3:36. So when I cook it tomorrow, it'll probably be around 6. But that's tomorrow. I'll fill you in tomorrow. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. We're back and it's 6:11. So we're gonna cut these into 10. This one is pretty solid, and this one's pretty not solid. Makes me a little nervous that one's gonna spread too much on the pan. So you are supposed to cut them into 8. I'm gonna do 10. If I can get the math right. I think we can all tell math is not my strong suit. So I'm gonna do tube and then tube as far as I know, right? Yeah, okay. That's me pre-lining all the way through to the other side. Let's just hope it works out. So this one's more liquidy, I'm assuming, because I added the lemon juice. So I should have added more flour, but when I was mixing it, the consistency felt fine. Turns out maybe it wasn't. Oh, so excited. Just gonna lay these on the pan and give them a bit of space. Just gonna squish them down a titch. This is gonna be a looking back in the future point, isn't it? But I really should have done 2 pans because they spread out so much. Eek, I don't know. When I cook them, I feel like they grow. I don't know how much they flatten. Oh boy. So when you are mixing them too, just make sure you don't over mix them. If you can still see dough, flour, that's okay. Dude, I don't have good feelings about this. Sad face. Well, that's why I'm here, to try out the recipes so you don't have to waste your time and energy like I do. Even manhandling these is gonna suck. They're so wet. Oh, Katie, what'd you do? Well, it is what it is. There's no turning back now. Oh boy. Well, it's a sticky mess it is. Huh? You lost a singular blue. Yeah, that's real wet. And probably too because the blueberries were frozen. Let's rewind back to yesterday, to when I said I like the frozen blueberries. Maybe they're not working out to my benefit right now. I'm gonna try my darndest to record after so you can see how they turned out. I can't find my pastry brush right now, so we're gonna take this. Psych, found it. So we're taking 35% whipping cream. I'm gonna just pour it in a bowl to make it easier. And we're gonna brush the tops of them with this. Strobe lights, but not really. I'm so nervous for these blueberry ones. Oh my goodness gracious. I guess time will tell. Whole 20 minutes from now. Unless they have to be cooked longer because they wet. Then I'm gonna take a bigger granule sugar, bigger grain sugar, whatever, cane sugar. And because they're just a little bit bigger chunks. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top, just a little bit. Now we're just gonna pop this in the oven for 20 minutes and hope for the very best for these suckers. We'll see you then and see how they turned out. Well, at the 17-minute mark, these were already browned, so you could do them 15 minutes maybe. So those look ready, but these guys, I had to spread them out more. They have no browning and they're pretty flat and wet still, so they're going back in for 5 minutes. I had it cooked for another 5 minutes and it turned out browned, and it actually tastes pretty good, surprisingly. It's not too wet or anything like that. One more little side note, because I was worried about how lemony it was, because when I tasted the dough, it was super lemony. Anyway, once it fermented it and cooked, I didn't notice a lemon like at all. Like, it could have been more lemony. So that's my update for the lemon factor. If you want to do more zest or more juice, maybe not more juice, maybe more zest, depending on how lemony you like yours. Thanks for watching.